is Andrew Terpstra from William Woods University, and this is a parent presentation on sportsmanship. So on the next slide, I will begin like I'm actually doing the parent meeting. So hello, my name is Andrew Terpstra. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I want to let you know that I really appreciate your time to be able to meet with us today. I have a couple handouts that I'll be handing out during this presentation, but I want you to understand that I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, and then I will allow for questions at the end of this if you can. I'm not going to have every single specific part of this presentation so that it takes forever. I want to get it done within 5 minutes, and then you can come and talk to me after. So the first thing I want to do is I want to define sportsmanship. 4 major words: ethical, fair, kind, and positive. We want those words to be general because if it can be interpreted that it's not ethical, fair, kind, and positive, then it's not good sportsmanship. Period. That is the expectation that Blair Oaks has as a school district. This needs to be displayed by everyone, including players, coaches, parents, and any other stakeholder. It does not matter what the competitive event is, whether it's a sport or a speech and debate tournament. We want to make sure that we are being ethical, fair, kind, and positive. We expect to win with humility and lose with dignity, and we strive to be the prime example, not only in the conference, but also in the state of Missouri. So here are just some quick expectations so that you know. The best role or saying I've ever heard is coaches coach, players play, and officials officiate. That means know your role. Players do not question coaches. Coaches do not question officials. We want to be held to a higher standard. Regardless of the circumstance, it can be very hard at times because it's an emotional game. Always shake hands after an event. That's something that we're going to take pride in regardless of how we feel about how the event ended. Positive language, that means anything that can be interpreted as not positive language is not acceptable according to Blair Oaks expectations. So bad language, cursing, calling names, even body language. Poor body language is not meeting an expectation. We want to thank the officials after every event, regardless of the event. We want to help the opposing team set up and clean up, and also make sure that the facilities are clean. The administrators will be taking a direct role. We want to compete. We want to beat every single team that we compete against in any activity. But we also want them to understand that we expect more of ourselves than just winning, and we want them to be welcomed. We want them to be taken care of. We want to monitor and maintain the same expectation on social media. So everything that goes along with this is also expected on social media. It does not change. So we will hold everyone accountable. I'm not going to go through the whole student handbook, but please understand that we can and will hold students and anyone else accountable. So you can be suspended or removed from the team based on how you behave in reference to sportsmanship with your language and your behavior. The handbook has the suspension rate on there. I'll be happy to go through with you on this at the end of this presentation. Coaches are expected to lead by example as well as continually communicate. So coaches, we're not just talking about sportsmanship at the beginning of the school year. We're going to talk about it throughout the year, and we want to lead by example. When things get hard as coaches, the expectation is still to have good sportsmanship, regardless of how we feel about it. It is not our job to tell you how to feel, but it is our job to tell you how to behave, and we will behave with dignity at all times. Parents can and will be removed from sporting events if behaviors does not meet district expectations. As a community, we have a high expectation, and so that means for everyone. Whether poor language is happening with crowd control, we will remove people from sporting events. We take our expectation very seriously. Again, we want to be the premier school district. And then if you have nothing good to say, then don't say anything at all. It's just a good general rule. I know it seems almost remedial, like it's something we've heard our entire lives, but it's a very easy rule to live by. And so I just want to end with this real fast. We will be the premier school district regardless of displaying sportsmanship. That's the whole purpose of this presentation. We need to continue to address what we expect in the household, classroom, and competition arena. It takes a village. That's the whole point of this conversation, of this meeting, is I am asking you as parents, as stakeholders, as community members, that we hold everyone accountable. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, we have an open door policy here at Blair Oaks. You can come and talk to me, talk to any coach. I would be happy to address anything that you need. The bottom line is that we're going to hold everyone accountable. We need to be ethical, kind, and positive, and we need to make sure that we display good sportsmanship regardless of the circumstance. You do not have to be happy about something to still be able to control your behavior, and that's the expectation Blair Oaks has if we want to be the best school district, and I know that this community does, as well as this administration. So thank you very much for taking the time. If you would like to come talk to me separately, if we want to do an open questionnaire right now, I'd be more than happy to. But thank you very much. I told you I wanted to make it short and sweet, so I hope that I was respectful of your time. So I wish everyone a wonderful rest of your day.